All right, so last question. Tony asked, how can I increase my agency's valuation? Well, there's a number of different ways you can actually increase it. The first one is looking at your assets. What assets do you have? You know, assets could be your client contracts. You want to make sure you have long-term contracts, not clients can cancel at any time. So if you're month to month, that's not good. So you want it fully extended. Also too, you want to make sure that you can transfer those agreements with just written notice. You don't have to get their approval. So in a lot of acquisitions, agencies will be an asset purchase, meaning if someone wanted to buy you, you actually have to go to your clients, get them to sign off, you being able to sell that contract to them, okay? So you want to put that in your contract now, and it's you just chat with your lawyers on that, but it's just a transferable contract with a written notice. That's about it, okay? Then you want to make sure that you don't have too much revenue tied up in one or two accounts, right? Because if you lose that account, you're going to lose a ton of money, and you don't want that either. So you got to make sure. Another thing is kind of the profit leaks. You want to make sure you're charging enough, you're not over delivering, and you know, scope creep's actually kept at a minimum, right? Because that increases your profit, so you can keep growing and keep going up. They also want to make sure you have multiple channels for your business development, right? I always tell people that I work with, and this is what we had: inbound strategy, outbound strategy, and strategic partnership strategy. And I'm not talking about like, you give me a referral, I'll give you a referral. It's more about, who is my strategic partners? How can I align with them? How can I help them out and move forward, okay? Other things are, you want to really have a good snapshot of all your KPIs, right? My profit, you know, my, how much does it take to acquire a client? What's the lifetime value of the client, right? What's my burn rate? All of these, you want to make sure you have a really good understanding of it. We've all watched Shark Tank. Probably, that's one of my favorite shows. And I love when the entrepreneur comes in there and they're not prepared, knowing their numbers. That's what you look like. If they start asking you questions and you take a while to get back to them. Like, we had everything ready. When they asked this question, we're like, boom, 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 and just giving it to them, right? And they knew we were prepared. We knew our stuff, okay? The other one is really, a lot of times, getting outside perspective, right? You want that outside perspective to see through the trees, right? That helped us increase our valuation, because you know, when you're in it, running it every day, it's hard. So if you want to set up an advisory group or board of directors, work with me, hint, hint, winking, if you can't see me, right? You know, it gives you that outside perspective in order to really get to the next level. You know, those are just some of the ways. There's so many other ways that you can increase your valuation of your agency. But at the end of the day, it's really looking at, how do I keep growing my, my profit? And how do we keep growing year over year, as well as making sure that we have, you know, an active pipeline that keeps building, and you don't want to just tie it up into something that they know is going to die. I want you to join the conversation. Make sure you comment and subscribe. Thanks for giving me your most valuable asset, your time.